Today we're going to be replacing a rear wheel hub on the HSP Storm. Now this process can also be applied to other HSP rear wheel drive vehicles such as the Viper, the Mongoose and the Crusher. Now you will notice that I do have an aluminium one on here already. Today we're going to be replacing it with a plastic one, just so I can show you how it's done when it comes time for you to replace yours. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. The tools we're going to be needing today, a pair of pliers, and because I want to speed things up today, 2mm speed tip, a 2.5 speed tip, a screwdriver, and let's not forget our rear hub. The first thing you want to do is remove all four wheels and take off your body shell. Now this will allow easy access to pull things off. There's only one screw we're going to be removing from this process today, and that size screw is a 3x29 button head screw, which sits around about here. So I'm going to grab my 2mm speed tip, make sure she's going in the right direction. Yep, going in the right direction. Then I'm going to place it in there. I can get it there. There we go. And then screw it on there. And that should just come out quite easily. Just like that. And the next step we're going to do is put it down there. What we want to do now is hold the hub right here, and then we want to grab the steering linkage. This should actually pop up just like that now, just like that. And then we want to hold the steering linkage and then pull and twist out. There you go, just like that. We're going to pop this aside. Now we're left with just the hub, and we're going to take everything out of there right now. Now that we have the hub in our hand, the first thing we want to do is grab this hex right here. So grab the hex. So what we want to do is hold it nice and firm, and then we're just going to pull out. Just like that. See how I've just, see the gap between there? So I've pulled it out. Sometimes you might need to use your screwdriver for this, but I'm going to use my muscle. Yeah, there we go. Take it out. Next step we want to do, there's actually a pin that sits in here. There it is right there. See that pin? So we want to remove that pin. So that pin is basically to hold this axle into place, so when I push down on it, it's not going to fall out. And if you grab your hex, see that? So once you sort of put it down, it locks into that pin and it's not going to go anywhere. So anyway, let's take this pin out. Put the pin out, then we'll just push that down, grab our axle, pull it out, and then you're left with this bearing right here. So usually the bearing's stuck in there, and then you have to use your screwdriver to pry it on out, but this was pretty easy. I think I'm going to struggle with this one here and getting it out, because I tried to take it out earlier and I couldn't get it out. But anyway, so let's remove that one there, and then I'll get back to you. So now I'm back. So yeah, so I had the bearing in there, so I did sort of hit it out with a hammer because it was stuck in between, wedged in between here. But I managed to get it out. So yeah, so you got your two bearings that will sit on there, actually in there, and one on the other side as well. So now we need to take off this pivot ball, this one right here. So I'll just grab my 2.5, I think it was, speed tip. Right, sorry about that, just had to change my speed tip to 2.5, make sure it's going the right way. We're going to place it in there. Oh, make sure you hold it. Place them in there. Let's grab it. And what you want to do too, so you don't get all confused, is grab your plastic one. So I'll look at it, and then I also know that that's going to go on that side there. So I'm going to put that aside down there. Grab my speed tip. Take it on up. Put that one aside. We want to grab that and just screw it in by hand first. Grab your speed tip, make sure you go the right way, and easy. Next one we want to do is grab our bearings again. So grab our bearings, and then we'll just easily push them into place just like that. So just clicking this into place. Grab our other bearing. You can actually just take it off, put it in there, grab your axle, push it down in there, then grab that little pin. Got the pin in my hands, and then we want to put it back in there. Okay, so when you do the pin, just make sure it's even on both sides here, because when you go to put your hex back on, it's just going to fit nicely down in there. So what I usually do is just push it down. Usually I spin it around. Oops. Spin it around, make sure that's spin around, and then so if you can't see how you got the little gap there, so what that means is if I pull that off again, see my pin's not straight. You just got to make sure that pin is straight, or else you ain't going to get that flat. And there you go, so there's no gap there now, so I've got it nice and flat. Let's push that back down. So I want to just push that out of the way. Okay, so the next step we're going to do, sorry about the camera, let's grab our car again, and then we want to have the pivot ball facing out that way, because our steering linkage is going to go back on there. Okay, so let's put that into the picture. Grab our shock right here. No, not shock, sorry, drive shaft. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is actually just place that down, spin your hex around so the drive shaft gets in there. Then we want to put our steering linkage on the pivot ball, and this is where we usually use our pliers. So just have it just like that. Grab our pliers, click it into place. Grab our 3x29mm button head screw, put it back in there, just line everything up so it can just push straight back into there. Nope, having problems with this one. Yep, that's going to go through. There you go, just like that. Grab my, right, change my tip back to the 2mm. Right direction. I'm going to put it in there. Okay, if you got a speed tip, just make sure you don't go all the way in. I usually grab my 2mm hex driver and then just do the rest from there. 2mm. And just hand tighten it. And there you go. And that's how you replace your hub. Let's just push that back in there. Easy as. Kia ora koutou katoa, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click that like button for some more up and coming videos on the way. And as always kids, keep cool till after school. Peace.